Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. Okay, subject database system, chapter 8 database architecture. My name is Associate Professor Dr. Norazia binti Ahmad. Okay, at the end of this chapter, the student will be able to describe the distributed database, distributed DBMS, this object-oriented database OODBMS, and also describe the phases of object-oriented development life cycle. Okay, so this is the centralized database management system. So we can see from this figure, the database is only one. Okay, the end user will use the application system to request the data from database through the DBMS. Okay, so the request is sent and then the DBMS will read the database and local database will give the data to DBMS and reply back to the end user through the application system. So this is the distributed database environment. Okay, so in this figure, we can see that there are three database, okay, three DBMS, and there are multiple sites. So this site can be in anywhere. So this figure, site 1 in Miami, site 2 in New York, whereas site 3 in Atlanta. So what is the definition of distributed database? So actually the distributed database is a single logical database spread physically across computers in multiple locations that are connected by a data communication link. There should be the network. Okay. So another definition is a logically interrelated collection of shared data physically distributed over a computer network. So distributed DBMS is the software system that permits the management of the distributed database and makes the distribution transparent to user. So example that you already use in the lab session is the MySQL lah. Okay. So introduction to distributed database, another figures to give you an idea. There are 4 sites here and 3 database. So it doesn't mean that each site must have a database. But that it still can share the database, but the database is more than one and there are networking. So the objective is to provide ease of access to data for user at many different locations. Why? Because when we put the data at different sites, so the user can access the data at any other site that has the replication data. So through this database, distributed database, there are location transparency and also local autonomy. So location transparency means that the user doesn't know where the location data. For example, let's say there are data crash. Okay, so if data crash, of course, you still want to access your data. But then, do you know that the data has been supplied by the backup data? No, it doesn't know, right? Like example, the ATM machine breakdown, so but still the data can be backup from the distributed database. Other database still can supply the data, and then all the transaction can always be performed, no problems. So this is the reason, among the reason for distributed database, where there are business unit autonomy and distribution, data sharing, okay, data communication reliability and cost, database recovery, of course, this is very important, and then the transaction and analytical processing. So there are 4 basic strategies in distributed database, which are data replication, horizontal partitioning, vertical partitioning, and combination from the above. So what does it mean by data replication? It means that the copies of data distributed to different sites. The database replication, the process of copying and maintaining database objects such as relation in multiple databases that makes up a distributed database system. Okay, the copying and also complete the process now, of course. And then for horizontal partitioning, there are different rows of a table distributed to different sites, whereas vertical partition, different column of a table distributed to different sites. So I think from this horizontal and vertical partitioning, of course, the data redundancy will be minimized. Okay, so this is the distributed database environment through the Bell and Kinson. Okay, the main distributed database environment have homogeneous and heterogeneous environment. So homogeneous for autonomous and non-autonomous, whereas heterogeneous has system and gateways, and there are full DBMS functionality or partial multi-database. Okay, I think that's all for video part 1. Okay, so we will continue in part 2, another video. Thank you.